Hello, it's Laura Joy. I wanted to talk about musical notes and mental health. So, when we talk, we choose notes to sound a word out. So, I could say something with a certain note, and that conveys an emotion to you. So, our mouths are musical instruments, basically, and the piano is just a reflection of all the different notes we can choose from. So if you think about it like that, it's really not as complicated as you think. Because when I have a certain emotion, I'm more likely to choose a certain key, a certain chord, a certain note for the melody. So that's the key to making a good musical composition of something, because you can just go at it. You can just like say, this is my emotion right now. And you can change your emotion in the middle of a song. You can change the whole emotion of a song that somebody else says because that somebody else sings, because you can add a different note to it, like a higher note, and then that reflects in the song as being more intense. Or you could choose a lower note and it brings the energy down a bit. But that's not a bad thing all the time. Sometimes you need a lower register, you need a lower energy in the song to make that emotion come to light so you can relate to the audience. Because the audience doesn't want to be stressed all the time. They want that low note every once in a while, in my opinion. So like, here, let me show you. So this is C. Let me bring this down. The C. And that is a major chord. This is E. That's a minor chord because of the middle note. The middle note is a minor note. It makes the whole thing different because of the math behind it. I don't really know everything about the math right now, but it's because of the numbers. Anyway, if you go up a half step, a semitone, it goes to a major chord. That's because that middle note. But don't you get a different emotion from whether or not the chord is like a major or a minor? We can get through a song by the note changing. We can express our emotions through the note changing. So yeah, you can act cool, you can act sad, you can act happy, you can act coy, you can act embarrassed. Acting embarrassed is kind of like laughing at a joke. That's that emotion when you really think about it. So yes, that's something for comedy. Like, what you're doing is you're embarrassing the other person. Oh my gosh, that's what you gotta realize. But don't get me wrong, I love comedy. I love being embarrassed sometimes because somebody found out the truth about me, and that's really makes me happy because I can be vulnerable then. Anyway, that's comedy and music with mental health. Mentally, you can you can change your thoughts based on what tone of voice you have. You can change your thoughts based on the note. You can choose to think a word in a certain note, and that changes your emotion of that thing that you're thinking. Like, it's really hard to explain because nobody really understands what I say when I talk about this, but when we say something in a different way than one way, it may not be our emotion, but it can change our emotion to be a certain way. Like when we smile, we get happier even though we weren't before. And when we frown, we can be less happy. I forgot how to say it. Sorry. It's just a lot to think about. I think mental health and everything is highly misunderstood by everyone, especially psychiatrists. They just want the money. But I would say some psychiatrists want the money. Some of them actually do genuinely want to help you, and they will listen to you when you tell them there is no a medication you don't want to take. But a lot of psychiatrists aren't even American. And if you're in another country, I don't really even know anything about that. I'm in America, so I tend to just speak from an American perspective. In the American Constitution, it says you have freedom of speech and freedom of religion. And the mental health field does not let you have either of those. The mental health world doesn't let you have either freedom of speech or freedom of religion because they condemn you for those things. But let me just say, prevention is key. Prevent yourself from going to the hospital by changing your state of mind, and do it now, because your state of mind could be like really negative and you could think you're depressed, but you're actually not. You could think that, but you can change that by changing your tone, changing how you sound. I'm just trying to give you some tips. I got myself in a really bad place, and it's taken a lot to accumulate the assets I have and to cope with my life. So if you can prevent going to the hospital at all costs, that's the best route to go. If you can find a way to be happy, I want that for you. I want to talk a little bit about isolation. Don't get isolated. For one, people look at that and they see you don't have a support system, and that's something that'll keep you at the mental health world forever, is if you don't have a support system. So I would just say it's really hard to find people nowadays that'll really support you, because they either have a toxic mindset and you don't want to be around them, or they're just not there. It's really weird. Everything I learn about history is like, oh, that is so cool. All these people interacted together every day to survive. Like, they traded food, they traded clothes, they traded everything. They touched one another and it was okay. Like, women. I wouldn't say it's okay if guys go around touching me. No. But like, I need touch. I need human interaction. Mind you, I can't have that anymore, but it's just, I needed that growing up from my parents. I needed hugs and kisses and love, and I needed to know my mom and my dad were both there for me. So one thing my dad did with me is that he would count and tell me to count as high as I could. That was really fun. So I would like go sit on the ground and count for hours of the day. Hours. I love doing it. I love counting. Partially because my mom did like marshmallow math with me. And I was thinking about marshmallows the whole time I was counting. But yeah. Marshmallow math is when you count with marshmallows. You count the different, you use math with marshmallows representing the numbers. So it's kind of like an Egyptian form of looking at math, but it's teaching kids to do it. It's really cool. And then you get to eat the marshmallows afterwards, so you count how many you eat. Like, that would be subtraction. But that helped me get into rhythms. And then he also taught us how to like do different rhythms and different musical things, because he was into theater growing up. So he taught us a little bit about theatrics and all that, but we didn't really get too dramatic. Not too dramatic, I think. I think. So, those are just my thoughts today. Honestly, I just wanted to talk. But, side story, I woke up this morning with a huge headache on this side. Behind my eye, it was like inside my head. And I was like, oh my gosh, do I have a tumor? But I don't think so. I think it was just like a gland in my head that was acting up. But another thing about that is that I like popped my neck that way and it popped down here. So that could have been it. Also, I didn't have as much coffee yesterday. That could have been it. Could have been it. They're watching the strangest movie out there, like a kid's getting kidnapped in the movie, and I'm just like, I can't watch that. Yeah. Oh, upcoming, I would like to play more video games. I got a second channel for that, but if you guys think I should link up my account to this account and upload the videos that I game on up onto my more popular account, that would help me get to the place where I can actually make money from YouTube. I don't make any money. I'm on here for you guys. To spend time with you. I have a heart for people who don't have anyone to spend time with. And that's a lot of people. But yeah, gaming, maybe I'll work on that tonight. Maybe I'll hook up my gaming channel onto here. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy, and I made Tom Riddle as a character, which is supposed to be the good guy, which is me. But he's the bad guy, so it's a plot twist. Anyway, Yeah, I've said that like 3 times. See ya. Bye. Oh, it won't turn on.